Hello. So we are starting in Adobe After Effects. We are importing a raw file with Redshift passes and create new sequence with 32 bits. After that, we are using plugin extractor. It's built in Adobe After Effects and create the first pass beauty. We extract it and adjust some levels to make it more prominent in lightness. We are adjusting the middle tones and the highlights, and after that we are extracting on the new layer ambient occlusion pass. Here we also adjust levels, and after that we decrease opacity dramatically to about 30%. Further adjustments of levels, ticking the sliders, and we are proceeding with creating one more layer, and that time we are dealing with specular passes. We do need levels also, and the transition mode is add. We are also starting using here the main trick of this project, the Deep Glow plugin. It's a third-party plugin, and one of the most powerful checkbox here is a chromatic aberration. It makes our glow more natural and simulates the effect of in-camera photo. We do correct some tint, applying some mixing settings, and after that we can move on. This time we are going with diffuse lighting. Diffuse lighting is one more light pass. We are removing levels and using once more deep glow. We are decreasing the exposure and the radius of glow, checking the results, and we are moving with this next pass, decreasing the opacity of the previous one. The next pass will be, of course, our emission. Emission is the net, broken net in the background. It will be some backlight source. Of course, we can't do anything without our levels of the emission, because the Redshift doesn't give us exactly what we want in the final result. So we are adjusting some deep glow settings here. And we are using chromatic aberration, but this time much more powerful, to about 0.4. The next step is creating flakes, the dust particles. We are using inbuilt plugin called CC Snowfall. We are adjusting some settings, moving further the depth of the scene, the quantity of flakes and their size. Of course, their variation is also much more powerful than in original settings, and the transfer mode is screen. To give the flakes and all the dust particles more inclusion into the scene, we are shifting a color a bit. It will be bluish, and of course our genius of the evening is the plugin Deep Glow. If you don't have a Deep Glow plugin, you can use of course less powerful but inbuilt one, which is provided with Adobe After Effects. The Glow plugin is also fine to make some of the results, which you can see here. After that we import some smoke plumes footages, selecting frames to make some subtle notion of smoke or steam in the foreground. Adjusting the position of those plumes, adjusting their opacity and adjusting of their tint. As the particles, dust particles, they will be bluish. After that, we are proceeding with creating a new composition, because we do want to create some depth mask to blur our background a bit. This time we use the depth path retrieved from the Redshift. We are creating the contrast mask to make the background absolutely black. After that, we create the copy of the composition. We are using invert effect on our blur mask, and we are using simple fast box blur to get the results. We are just in settings to blur our image, about blur radius at about 1.3, and we are using track matte, Luma matte. As the result, the background is blurred, simulating the real in-camera focus distance reality. We are double checking all the settings, and after that we are proceeding with using Fastbox Blur onto our emission composition. So we are on the final steps. We are creating adjustment layers. The first one is for looks. This is the third-party plugin which provides us some powerful LUTs and settings. I'm looking for some greeny bluish one to give this image a look of something mysterious but warm. I'm stopping at bunker 1, and of course we do need to lower the opacity of the effect. 50% is great. The next adjustment layer is for some finalization effects. These are sharp and grain. The first one is Unigrain 16. It's also the third-party plugin. I'm using grain opacity at about maybe, let it be some 46, yes. And after that we are creating unsharp mask and putting it before grain. My settings are amount 50 and the size 0.5. Some steps with my watermark for Instagram, and adjusting its tint, I can say that here is the final result. I'm just exporting the frame, adjusting all settings to its best, and here we are. Thanks for watching. If this content is interesting for you, please consider push the like button and subscribe on my channel. Good luck and be creative.